So with the sumo stance, your stance is wide outside hip width to personal preference. Your grip is centered on the bar, hands in line with your shoulders. On the setup, think to pull your shoulders down to your hips, rock your weight back, drive your entire foot into the floor, big chest, keep that bar locked in, push the world away with your feet. Hips reach back, keep that bar locked in, full reset. Hips back, bar locked in. Now, if you were at home with no barbell, you can do a deadlift with a pair of dumbbells. Hips reach back, stand up strong. Nice neutral spine here. You can increase the reps depending on the weight of your dumbbells. So with the conventional deadlift, you're gonna stand with your feet about hip width apart. You can have a slight toe flare outward. You are starting with the bar above your midfoot. Your grip is right outside your legs. On the setup, think to rock your weight back, big chest, drive your knees out to your elbows, pull your shoulders down to your hips, push the world away with your feet so your hips and chest rise together. Full reset, set your lats, knees out. Hips back on that eccentric, big chest. Now, if you are at home with no barbell, you can do a conventional deadlift with your dumbbells. Hips reach back, bend at the knee, stand it up. Hips back. You can increase the reps depending on the weight of your dumbbells. All right, guys, next we're moving on to the barbell hip thrust. So we are gonna work isometric holds here, 3-second holds at the top of each lockout. So no band, so you can go as heavy as you can. We're also gonna work resets where you come to that full dead stop before going back up into your next rep. So with the thrust, you wanna be fast off the floor, full hip extension. Think to have your ribs down to your hips, and your knees driving out in line with your toes. 3, 2, 1. Reset, fast up. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Now, if you were at home with no barbell, you can do a banded dumbbell hip thrust, also with iso holds, and you can increase the iso holds to 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push those knees out against the band. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can increase the reps to 12 to 15 plus reps depending on the weight of your dumbbell. So with the single leg deadlift, we are holding one hand on the rack to take some stability out. You are holding the weight in the opposite hand from your working leg. You want to think to reach back with that back leg to get that hamstring and glute stretch in that front leg. Hips reach back, reach that leg back. Keep the tempo nice and controlled. Feel that glute and hamstring stretch. All right, next we're moving into a high rep glute hamstring focused back extension. So with the glute ham focused back extension, you want your toes flared outward. You want your machine notch low enough to where you can completely fold over your hips at the bottom. With the glute hamstring focused back extension, you're gonna grab a dumbbell and hold it at your chest. You're gonna tuck your chin and you're gonna drive your hips into the pad and round that upper back as you come up. Squeeze the glutes. So you can see my chin's tucked, my upper back is rounded. This takes the erectors out of it, and you're strictly working your hamstrings and glutes. We're gonna go 30 reps here. Get that glute hammy burn. Bench reverse hyper. Place your band above your knee. Make sure that your hips are folding over the edge of the bench. Hold on for stability here. I want your feet flexed and toes flared out. As you drive your legs up, think to drive your hips into the pad. Squeeze your glutes. Use your glutes to lift your legs. You can hit a nice pause at the top for good mind-muscle connection with those glutes, and you can go 30 plus reps. The cable kickback, you'll have your ankle cuff around that working leg ankle. We're gonna do the scoop method to where you start with that bottom knee bent and your working leg knee bent. Kick straight back. Hit that full hip extension at the top and a nice squeeze. Keep that core strong for minimal movement through that torso. We're focusing on that working glute. Now you can kick straight back and keep your hips square, or you can slightly externally rotate that back hip and turn that foot outward. Whichever way that you feel more glute, work it that way. You're gonna work sets of 15 reps here. Keep the tempo controlled, working that scooping method. In and scoop, straight out and squeeze. 15 reps on each leg. Now, if you are at home with no cable set up, you can do the same movement with a band. So we're still scooping. Just place your foot at the edge of that band, hit that squeeze at the top. You can go 15 plus reps on each leg. So with the cable lateral kickback, you have the ankle cuff on this back working foot. You're hinging forward a little bit. That foot reaches behind and then it reaches out and back. You want your foot flexed and your toe facing down as you kick back and reach laterally. You should feel this top of the glute here. We're gonna go 15 reps on each leg. If you're at home with no cable, you can do the same movement with a band. You'll place the band around your ankle, start it behind your leg, drive it out. Same technique, flex that foot, flare the toe down towards the floor. We're working that upper outer glute here. 15 plus reps on each leg.